Hello everyone, Peter here, and welcome back to my Newcomer's Guide for Elden Ring. This is part 51. In the last episode, we completed the Moonlight Altar, at least most of it anyway. We did progress Ronnie's quest line to completion, so now we've got the Age of Stars ending that's tied in with her. We are not going to be facing off against the ringleader for quite a while. This is the final Black Knife assassin enemy, and they are the hardest by far. We're not ready for that fight yet. However, what we're going to be doing in this episode is preparing to get some of the final things before we head to Lanedale. So Lanedale is the next story location for the game. However, there are a few things that are in our realm of levels that we're going to get. So we're going to head over to the Dragonbarrow area, which is basically the north section of Caelid. So we're going to start at the Bestial Sanctum. Alright, so Garrock is hyper-aggressive, even more so than the Red Wolves of Radigan. And I'm going to recommend that you summon for this, of course. We don't need to actually kill him, we just need to get his health down like 25% or so. So that shouldn't be too bad. His attacks, though, probably the main two to look out for are just going to be his jumping attacks. Also look out for his magic attacks. He has two main ones he's going to use. He'll basically throw rocks at you. That's pretty devastating if you're caught right in front of it. His other big attack is going to be the Beast Claw, which creates 5 claws on the ground that will basically spread out around him from the position that he puts it down anyway. So let's go ahead and summon. Swap to a shield. That'll make this a little bit easier. So you can talk to him now if you want to, or just rest. Either way, that will reset him. Just wait for that scream that he makes. And now he is docile again. So he's going to give you the Stone of Garrock, which is one of his abilities, as well as the Beast Claw, which is a very good ability if you're planning on using that type of magic. Now this is the Black Blade Kindred. He's a stronger version of the gargoyles that we've dealt with in the past. We are not prepared for him, so we're going to basically bypass him for now by heading to the Farum Great Bridge. Before we deal with the dragon, we are going to head over here. This section has a scarab in it. We actually skipped out on this scarab the last time we came through here because it would have taken like 30 or 40 hits to deal with him. Even now, it's going to take you quite a few, because this guy has a very, very useful drop. Somber Smithing Stone number 9. Those are super rare. So now we're going to go ahead and tackle the dragon. This dragon has nothing special about him whatsoever, other than the fact that we're on a pretty narrow bridge. So he does deal fire damage with his breaths. Most of it you can back off pretty easily on, though. We'll go ahead and summon, make this a little bit easier. Alright, for that one, we want to back off. Doesn't have a whole lot of range. That can kill you in one hit. And he's dead. Otherwise, he has all the traditional attacks. He'll go into the sky, breathe fire, stay on the left-hand side relative to where you are. Other than that, he'll also typically do multiple breaths of fire. Usually once he does the one that has medium range, he'll does one that's kind of a pass left to right, or right to left, left to right. And that his left to right. And that will end up doing massive damage to you. You want to run away from that. It has more range than the others do. Otherwise, all the same attacks. Nothing too special about them. Next, we're going to head for the Dragonbarrow Fork. And we're going to take the left fork. Now, inside the location that we're about to go into, there is a rune bear. This is one of the strongest rune bears that we've encountered in the game so far. The sad thing is like the Red Wolves of Radigan, he doesn't drop anything beneficial. He drops Beast Blood, which is very common in the game. So we're not actually going to face off against him. If you want to mark this place and come back here later, by all means. But like the Red Wolves of Radigan, up to this point, I am skipping the ones that don't drop anything useful. So ironically, he is stronger than the boss battle that this place has in it. So we're going to sneak, just wait for him to pass. Our goal is actually to go down there. However, there are a bunch of items we're going to get first. So before he turns around, we want to head right. Don't go all the way up there. Even in the grass, you are not safe. In this grass or that grass, though, you should be. So usually he is going to stop and really not ever move. So what we're going to do is convince him to move. Got some various types of cave moss in this place. Quite a few doggos in this place, so be prepared for wolves. There's a white one down here as well that can give you some trouble. Got a golden rune over here. More beast blood. And then this is going to lead us to the boss. So these are the Beastmen of Farum Azula. We've dealt with the one on the left before. He was a boss battle by himself previously. This one has quite a bit more health than the other one does, though. Likewise, in this case, the other one in this battle actually has quite a bit less health, too. So taking out him first is a good idea. He has long-range attacks, whereas the guy on the left has short-range attacks. The short-range attack one, his most devastating attacks are going to be whenever he growls or shrieks or screams or whatever. He'll start doing kind of a repeated attack left to right. and that can do some massive damage. He also will use his weapon and slam it on the ground, basically holding both ends with his hands. That can be super devastating, and then he's also got kind of a charging thrust attack that he'll do, and that can be pretty devastating too. Otherwise, though, we can get some massive damage on the one on the right by doing a backstab. We'll wait for him to come back around and turn around. And that's going to do it for that fight. So you can get a Flame Drake Talisman, which is an upgraded version of the Flame Drake Talisman that we've already got. Vastly improves fire damage negation. Alright, so the next place that we're going is going to be Fort Ferrith. So, a couple of things about this place. I mentioned this place previously. We have a gigantic dragon here. We also have 5 or 6 smaller dragons that are around this enemy. Now, you have kind of 2 ways to do this. You can either go kill the individual dragons themselves. They only have half health and they don't breathe fire. So that's something that you can potentially do. Or you can simply hack away at this thing very slowly until it dies. Once this thing dies, all of the dragons around it will die with it. In addition, if you kill all 5 or 6 of the dragons that are around it, each dragon that you kill will gradually do damage to the big guy. Now, if you end up killing the big guy, you have some options. You can basically do the final amount of damage to him, and then you can head back to the Grace over there, rest, and you'll get the runes without him dying, and keep repeating that process. Once you kill this guy, though, and he's dead, you're not going to be able to use that. So if you're wanting to farm runes, that is one way that you can do it. In our case, though, I'm not interested in that, so we're just going to attack, and this is going to take a whole mess of hits. But it'll be easier than having to fight 5 or 6 dragons. And he's dead. Now would be the time to run back. You can make it if you want to, otherwise he's going to die. You're going to get 5 dragon hearts, and then all the others are going to die too. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to be doing is heading along this path right here. We're going to head over here, pick up a couple of things. And we're also going to do an Everjail. This one is actually a really easy fight. We probably could have fought this boss quite a long time ago. This one's a battle mage. The main attacks to be on the lookout for are whenever he does his hammer. That can do massive damage to you. Otherwise, though, it's got a long tail. You'll easily be able to tell whenever he's doing it. So that's gonna finish up that. What we're going to do now is head along this path. And once we have the opportunity to jump over, we're going to jump over. So now we're heading back down. Once we're down here, we're going to head over across this. So this is the abandoned cave. This place has a whole bunch of rot in it. I hate this place. So let's go ahead and equip some anti-rot gear. We'll go for the mushroom crown, arms, leggings. We're also going to go ahead and equip the immunizing horn charm. I'll craft 5 more of the balluses just in case we need them. Nothing off to the right. Head down here, wait for the explosion, and then we're going to want to roll. Alright, so got an item down there, got a path over there. Wait for that one to explode, come over here. Got a couple of rats down here, nothing special. Grab the fire grease. Alright, so this little area here has a couple of different sets of items to get. We're not going to kill the Miranda plants. They're not worth the time. There are basically two paths. One of them has an item up it, and the other one has our boss battle up it. So we're going to drop down here. Grab all of these that I can. And that actually leads to the boss. I'm going to go around. And we're going to climb this. So got the Venomous Fang. This is a claw weapon. Gives poison buildup. And this is going to lead us to the boss. So this boss is basically against two clean rot soldiers. We're going to be dealing with one, and then once we get him down to 50%, we'll have to deal with the other one. The first one is the one that can do... he has a pole arm, and he'll basically do thrusting attacks against you. Again, you don't want to be hit by that. You especially don't want to be hit by the thrusting attack because it'll lift you into the air. He'll inflict rot on you, and it'll do massive damage. So avoid that if you can. Otherwise, we are going to summon in this fight, of course. And then for the second one's actually, in my opinion, the easier one. It's the one that basically throws out the discs with their weapon. So just try to avoid those, roll through them if you can. Otherwise, though, let's go ahead and pop in. Oh, the other one's already out. Usually we have more time. So don't get much in the way of runes for that place. The next thing that we're going to do is head towards this location. So let's head for Dragonbarrow West. So this is the Divine Tower. This will probably take us maybe 10 or 15 minutes to complete. One explodes. Somber Smithing Stone, level 8. Alright, so what I'm going to do first, we're going to head down. Look to the items that are on the ground first, and then we're going to teleport back up here. So rune arc, more smithing stones, dragon wound grease, arteria leaf. This actually goes up to a little lake, very shallow lake with some dragons on it. We're going to go ahead and just head back to Dragonbarrow West, though, and then we're going to climb up. Now, there are items around the kind of perimeters of this place. We're going to go for them all, and then we're going to enter the place, which basically requires us to climb up to the top. Got an enemy over here. Along with the stone sword key. There's nothing else over there. So we're going to climb down first. I always forget where the items are in this particular place. I don't think there are any here. I think we have to go up. Yep, we have to go up a level first. Okay, so jump over here. You can also climb up that one. I just didn't do it. Probably should have done it that way. Alright, so we are at the top of the Divine Tower. Or, kind of. So we're going to head up here first. This actually heads to the Great Rune. And then this place has a secret boss in it if we go down instead of up. enemy that we're going to be facing off against the boss is going to have physical damage. We'll go ahead and equip that. So that gets us Radahn's Great Rune. Raises maximum HP, FP, stamina. So again, the way that these work is we need to utilize a rune arc in order to make use of those effects. And it only lasts basically until you die. So it is something that you should use sparingly, though we'll have plenty rune arcs by the end of the game, and you can get more through multiplayer if you want. Otherwise, though, we are heading back down. Actually, the easiest way is probably to just use the grace. So now we're heading down. So we'll be able to open up that here in a little bit to give us a route back. Otherwise, we're dropping down here. Don't roll, just let yourself drop. Otherwise, you could end up dying. Drop off here. Golden rune. Drop off the edge here. Roll or jump over here. And then we're going to roll off here. Turn around, roll off here. So before we go down the hallway, we're going to head up. We're going to unlock that door. So these guys, they hit like a truck. They also have basically no points. Very much a glass cannon. Another rune arc. Now, if we go down there, we basically have to rinse and repeat. So we're heading around here first. And this one is also going to fall. Much farther, but as long as you let yourself fall, you'll be fine. Again, don't roll, don't do nothing. From that height, anyway. Alright, so what we're going to want for this next fight, because we're about to be against the boss, we want sleep potions. Ideally, I'd say about 3, so let's use up some of our fire pots to free ourselves. And that'll give us the cracked pots, 2 more cracked pots that we can use. Okay. Helps if I equip the cracked pots. So sleep pots are going to be useful against this enemy. This enemy is one of the Godskin nobles. Previously I didn't bother using it against them, but this one deserves it, so... So you can summon it for this fight if you want to. You do not have to hit him, by the way, he just has to be in it. You're gonna get a whole bunch of extra hits in with him. So you're gonna get the apostle gear. And we get the Godskin Greatsword. Pretty cool weapon. So Queen's Black Flame is its unique ability. I think it looks really cool. But with that, that's going to bring us to the entrance. And we are done with this section of Dragonbarrow. So in the next episode, we're going to be tackling a little bit more of Dragonbarrow. We're also going to be heading up to this location, and we're going to fight off a few invasions. Or actually, we're technically going to be the invader. Or no, they invade us. They invade us. We'll be dealing with that in the next episode. And then we'll probably go ahead and start making our way over to this location. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Later.